What's up, everybody? Today we're going to go around the store and talk about the 5 things that we think are super helpful when shopping for wine, beer, and spirits.
Nothing's ever easy, ever.
So when you walk into that liquor store, whether it's a big discounter like Costco or whether it's a small little niche shop, there's probably going to be some signs everywhere, just like we have here. We've tried to make it as simple as possible by having the signs in your face so that if you know you're looking for Chardonnay or Sauvignon Blanc or something from Spain, you know exactly where to go. So what most people see, usually when you walk into a big box liquor store, is you see like floor stacks of something, with 100 cases, and it went from $19.99 down to like $8.99. Like this is kind of, for example, something that's like that. They made this wine and they clearly just made too much of it, and I tried the wine. I thought the wine was great. It's meant to be served like kind of chilled. It's kind of gimmicky, right? It's called 40 ounce. It's supposed to look like a 40. And I bought it at like a great price. We're blowing it out at like $6-7 a bottle. It's great for the beach, right? You can throw out half of it, you won't care. When you see stuff like that, I would say be careful. If you trust your liquor store, go with what but you might get burned. I might try a bottle or 2 before I buy 12. If you're confident in your liquor store that only brings in quality stuff for the most part, go with it. If you need 12 bottles for 12 friends and you guys are gonna be drinking all day, it doesn't matter, grab it. Before I go into breaking down wine labels and what they mean, there's a pretty big surface level piece of information that everyone should really know, and it's very, very easy. It's called New World versus Old World. So how to really break this down: California is a New World, Italy and France, Old World. So basically, everything in Europe, Old World. They've been making wine for hundreds, if not thousands of years. California, South Africa, Argentina, maybe they haven't been making wine for, over 200 years, so that's considered the New World. So the New World, what they're known for is kind of spelling out all the information on the bottle. The Old World kind of goes by region and making it a little more traditional, AKA a little more complicated. So we got 3 bottles here, one from the New World and 2 from the Old World. We'll start from what in my opinion is the hardest to the easiest of figuring out what's actually in the bottle, right? So this wine right here, it says Côtes du Rhône, which tells you it's from the Rhône. Not very clear, but it's from the Rhône. But the trick is with French wine, especially from the Rhône, it can be a bunch of different grapes. I don't know if this is Syrah, Grenache, or Mourvedre. Could be a combination of all 3, could just be one of them. This doesn't tell you. So then you go to Italy, right? So Italy, in my opinion, a little more easy. It says a little easier to decode. It says Chianti on it. So if you do know a little bit about wine, you'll know that if the wine comes from Chianti, it has to be Sangiovese. No ifs, ands, or buts. Maybe a little bit of blending grapes, but if you pick up a bottle of Chianti, the grape is Sangiovese. Then you go to the New World. Easiest way. If you can read, you know what's in it, right? Cabernet Sauvignon from Napa Valley, and it's 2017. It's all spelled out for you. You know exactly what you're getting when you pick up the bottle. Now we're gonna get into shopping for price point or bang for the buck. If you're looking for wine in like the everyday price point, maybe it's $10 to $20, call it the $15 range. We find that there's better value in other places besides California because for one reason and one reason only: land is cheaper, right? So if your land's more expensive, the juice is gonna be more expensive. You might not get great quality juice at a cheaper price point than you might in Spain. So when people are shopping here and they're asking for a great $15 bottle of wine, we almost never go here. If you're looking for something full bodied that's like Cabernet, I typically go to, maybe Ribera del Duero, and you grab a nice Tempranillo that is $14 and just kick ass. Honestly, the wine's great. I think it drinks better than any $20 Cabernet from California, and it's $12. So whether you find yourself like in a big box store, that has 200 different bottles of Pinot Noir that you've never heard of, or you find yourself in like a little niche store, or you find yourself somewhere in the middle where we have Mark West, Kim Crawford, and Santa Margarita, and all of like the major commercial brands, and you're looking for something different, don't hesitate to ask. Don't be intimidated by all the different stuff out there. Just grab the bottle, be like, I like Pinot Noir from California, but I want to try something else. I want to try something new. I'm sick of Mark West. I'm sick of Santa Margarita. Can you find me something else? Someone in this particular store will be able to help you. In the other stores, maybe it might be a little more difficult, but don't be intimidated to try different things. It's the coolest part about wine, in my opinion, especially grapes that you've never heard of before. Try going a whole month without drinking Cab or Pinot Noir. Drink stuff from Italy, Spain, and France, and you'll be surprised. You might find a new favorite. Use all these tips when you're walking around any liquor store, whether it's this one or you're shopping at home and somewhere else, and don't be intimidated. Ask for help, look for your signs, understand the difference between old world labels and new world labels, and I always say this to everybody. Wine can be as complicated as you can possibly make it, right? You can get into first growth Bordeaux's and different appellations in Napa Valley even. Or you can make it very simple, right? Chianti is Sangiovese. If I like Cabernet, it's usually great from California. If I want to try weird white wines, maybe I grab something from like South America. Wine can be very, very simple, or it can be very, very complicated. It's up to you. If you're into it, make it as complicated as you want, have fun learning about it. And the best way to learn about it is just to drink wine. Just try new stuff. Don't drink the same bottle of wine every single day. Try different stuff, because there's so much good juice out there. You should be able to try other stuff. Peace.